Hey, Mr. Burchek, how you doing, mate? Oh yeah? Nothing wrong with Emacs. I got my start in Emacs. My very first serious editor was Emacs in Linux. Those key combinations, man, they're pretty gnarly. Emacs fits better for Unreal Engine than NeoVim. Interesting. I would have no idea, to be honest with you. Absolutely no idea. I think there's a library that does colors and shit. I forget what it's called in Rust. It's chalk and yeah, I do use Rust Analyzer. That's the only thing that's attached right now. Now, mm, to do um, branch here to manage incoming chat reactivity. Does it run fast? Yeah, it's not great. It's quite CPU intensive, so I usually hear the fan spinning up when it first loads. But after the first load, it usually is relatively quick. Um, I only run it on save though, so I wouldn't try and run it just on keystroke or anything like that. Um, so I guess the downside of that is that if you generate an error and then change a bunch of things, the error doesn't always end up in the right place, although in this case it has. I also try and turn off those virtual checks because they drive me crazy when there's too many of them. It's too spammy for you. Um, yeah, so you might want to think about creating a little sub function for just sending chat messages, but we have it a go. Yeah, I do use that. I don't use it as much as I used to. I was playing around with it a lot for a while there. But yeah, it is available. I haven't tried running it for a little while. Um, mostly just chat debugging. Okay, so one of the next things I want to be notified of is just follows. So let's look at what we've got available to us. Um, that's channel chat message. So let's go with event channel follow v2, and that'll go to a payload. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet tonight. I'm actually buggered. uh, See you, mate. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so what's in our payload for this? We've got um, message, message, notification, um, channel, follow, v2 payload, and what else we got here? User ID, username, display name, types, user ID, display name, username, timestamp. Oh, I see. We got broadcaster, user ID, username, user login, and follow that. All right. So I guess what we'll do is I want to store username, user ID, and timestamp so that I can have people can get a track how long they've been followers, and we can celebrate anniversaries. So, but also have an opt-out feature. So eventually that'll mean storing it, but in the meantime, the very first thing we want is just to note that it's happened. Um, so let's go with user name, user ID, and what was it? Follow that. I wonder if that's a timestamp TZ or TZ in this part of the world. Okay. Missing subscription. Oh yeah, because I haven't used the default marker. And then we'll go with Okay. Um, so we could also have eloquent robot speak back, which means, in fact, it would be better if that just got sent back to the chat. Hey, Flavius Kid, how you doing? I'm a bit quiet tonight. I'm pretty tired, to be honest. Doing a little bit of event sub nonsense. Oh, you're at work. Nice. What's the? Oh, well, you don't have to tell me what the new project is, but I hope it's interesting. Okay. And then the to do here is store user ID, follow that, or anniversary, etc. Um, opt out of storage entirely. Okay. So I'm gonna need my little test account to join stream. I'm also going to need to restart. Yeah, but done everything I need to. Broadcaster ID, bot user ID clone, sure. Um, okay, all right, so I guess that means I need to unfollow and then refollow. Doesn't look like we got the notification. Channel follow V2. Oh, I know why. It's because I don't have that token scope and I'm not subscribed to them. So, well, I might have the token scope, but I need to subscribe. So, I need to subscribe to a bunch of things basically. Um, self client create event sub, subscription, channel. What did we call it? Channel follow v2. So user ID clone. So config bot user ID clone unwrap. Transport clone and self token. Why on earth are we not formatting? What's going on here? Yeah, only the first two things are in there. There we go, that's better. All right. So the next question is, do I have the token scopes for that? I actually don't know. So I think I've got the moderation one. I'll just have a look. We'll restart and it'll tell me if I've, I think it'll probably have to request it again and, oh, did I not await it? I didn't await it. Oops. Yes, you're absolutely right, I didn't. Futures do nothing unless you await them. Something quite prophetic about that. Yeah, 403. All right, so that means I haven't requested the right scopes. So we go to IDC. Maybe client, I can't remember. Yep, here we go. Moderation read, user read chat, user write chat. Those two are for IRC, so for IRC might not need anymore. For event sub / helix. All right, so what do we need for, what scope do we need? Twitch OAuth scopes. Access token scopes. Follows. Oh yeah, moderator read followers. Now that's kind of it, but I don't know. What else is there? Edit follows. I can't imagine why we would need that. The list of channels a user follows. I wonder which one we need. I don't suppose that they listed the scopes for each thing under the notification type. So channel, what's it called? Channel follow v2. Specified channel receives a follow. Doesn't say anything about scope by lots of things. Oh, here we go. What's this? Const ops scope. Optional scopes needed by this subscription. Go to the source. Doesn't say. Nothing. So maybe I just add, it's either going to be user read follows or moderator read. I think moderator read followers because that's the followers of broadcaster, right? Let's try that. Yeah, we'll give that a crack. All right, it's changed scope, so it's asking me for confirmation again. There we go. Good stuff. Just waiting out the ads for a sec. And we'll see if that's the only scope we need. Do, 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 do. Hopefully get a new mic tomorrow with any luck. Bidding on a second-hand auction. Very nice if I got that. Get rid of this headset mic. Extremely helpful. All right. So hopefully if I stop following and then follow again, we should go from unfollow, yes, unfollow. Don't want to follow myself. All right, now refollow. Hey, sweet, it works. Except for except for username. Someone told me, well, at least we know what scope it is, moderator read follows. Someone told me that you could do that in Rust now, but I think I'm misunderstanding what the deal is. I thought they changed it. Where is that? Oh, yeah. So we can't do that. It didn't pick it up as a syntax error, so oh, maybe it only works with print one. Uh, all right, so let's find out what they've changed, if anything. Um, Rust string interpolation. What do we got here? Yeah, I know that you can't use access, field access. That wasn't actually a very helpful post at all. Hmm. All right, we won't dwell on it. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Um, what's it called? Here we go. The format extension. Now we're talking. The macro, rather. So yeah, all right, something like that. All right, let's just check that that's happening. And we will unfollow and then follow. That's better. All right, now we're talking. Just the tiniest bit of reactivity happening. Um, don't know if we want to make it any more complicated than that. Let's see. What else is something that we need to know about? This is just baby step stuff. Let's check what we need to commit from that. And we'll go with turn off IRC for now. Also react to follows. Finally, it may not play a sound, but damn it if it doesn't make my life a little bit better. Okay, now then, um, and there's something to this too, because I think some people actually don't want to publicize that they've followed, but I think it's a sort of an accepted trope in Twitch now that if you follow, then a little sound plays or a little image plays. Should be a stealth follow. Should be able to set stealth um, for people that read instructions, which is almost no one. All right. So why don't we also add subscribe? So um, that's probably going to be another claim, another scope rather. So we'll find that out. Moderator read followers. Guest subscribe. Channel read subscriptions. That might be it. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it. So we'll go back to IDC. And where's our scopes? Here we go. Really need to extract a whole bunch of this stuff out into their own files. Quite a bit of a refactor now that we've got most things just starting to work. So let's see. What did I say? Man, I'm really tired. Channel read subscriptions. Channel read subscriptions. And that means we're also going to want to add a subscription for the WebSocket client. Create eventsub subscription. Channel subscribe. Channel subscription message or channel subscribe. I'm assuming subscribe. A channel receives a subscriber. Does not include resubscribes. That's interesting. Um, new self. Whoops, not self. Self user ID clone. Self config bot user ID clone. Unwrap. Transport clone. And self token. Okay. Apparently it doesn't like that. Oh, there isn't such a thing as new. Fair enough. What do we do instead? Interesting. So there's no new. I don't have to create it. Do I just use a literal? What's going on here? Specified channel receives a subscriber. Broadcaster ID. And that's all it takes. All right, let's try that. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, that was easy. No, it wasn't. Non-exhaustive. Wait, what? What else does it have in it? Nope, same problem. Uh, don't know what I'm missing there. Cannot create non-exhaustive struct using struct expression. Is it maybe generic I'm missing? Non-exhaustive. What does non-exhaustive mean? Indicates that a type or variant may have more fields or variants added in the future. Okay, fair. Within the defining crate, non-exhaustive has no effect. Outside the defining crate, types have limitations that preserve backwards compatibility. They cannot be constructed outside of the defining crate. Huh. Enum instances can be constructed. Uh, Seems like maybe there should be a v2 of some sort. Let's have a quick look at the defining crate. Channel subscribe events v1. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do there. How do I create one? Doesn't look like there's any test for it. There's an issue for it. A couple of years ago, though. See if anything on GitHub is currently using it. Looks like it might be. No, I don't want the repo, I want the file. Ah, that's the defining file. That's no good to me. This one. Channel subscribe. Oh, so you just call the function named broadcaster user ID. That's different, but okay. Random. There we go. Now, um, So in theory, that should work. It's obviously no good way of testing it, but let's go back to, not to there. Event, channel, subscribe, v1, payload, message, message, notification, channel, subscribe v1. I imagine user ID, username, and probably subscribed at or something like that. Is gift, tier, and then the user details, but no timestamp. Interesting. Um, is gift, tier, broadcaster user ID. And then we've got like so. What's the problem here? Oh yeah, that comes off the payload. There we go. That verb, that mute verb equals subscribed. If is gift verb equals gifted a subscription. Interesting, it doesn't say who to, I think. Username, verb, probably two string, possibly, and tier. Oh, did I not import it? Um, Subscription tier doesn't implement display. Yeah, fair enough. Um, so what is it exactly? Does it have a toString or something like that? To owned? Sure. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't help, does it? All right, subscription tier is an enum. Um, so I guess we'll probably need a little conversion. Seems to me. But in the meantime, we'll do something very simple. Um, Tier text equals match tier. Um, Tier 1. Oh, can I not just import it? Um, it's going to be tier 1. Tier 2. Tier 3. Prime. Actually, what we might do is at tier 1, at tier 2, at tier 3, using prime. And I think there's an other. Expected unit struct, unit variant, blah, blah, blah. Use the tuple variant instead. You know what? I'm just going to go. There we go. And that way, we can use this like so, and that ought to work relatively well in theory. Unused future because I didn't do that, because I always forget. What am I looking for? Eventsub. All right, and this one. Yeah, something like that. So that gives us username, verb, which is either subscribed or gifted a subscription at blah blah blah. All right, cool. Yeah, and then send that, and then to do store sub time for anniversary, etc. Okay, that seems like it ought to be able to be run again. Make sure I haven't done anything too foolish. Ah, missing invalid, ignoring invalid dependency superbase, which is missing a lib target. Interesting. What does missing a lib target mean? Hmm. What did I do? Huh. Wonder if they just haven't released it yet. Oh, we're getting pretty close to heading for bed, to be honest with you. It's been a pretty short stream, but still. I certainly can't test if anybody subscribes, so I'll have to leave that for next time. Right, who's floating around? Biggs is floating around again. Thanks for lurking, anybody who was lurking. We'll catch us next time.